That's all good. They'll hear it. Alrighty. How's it all going tonight? Hope you're going well. Did a little experiment this gig, and I've kind of been off social media for a year or so, and apparently people need social media now to hear about stuff. But that's alright, it's good. This is like a little cozy gig for everyone. I'm going to start off with a song, and it's about a stalker I had. Start off with a good one, a happy one. And it was kind of like proper Hollywood style. Just burning photos of me online at this candled altar, and posting videos, and doing a lot of things, emailing the state premier about me. And one of the things she said to him was that I'd written because I got sent screenshots of it. She'd written all my songs. That was one thing she said. So I wrote this song called Call It What You Wanna, because people can take stuff from you, or try and take stuff from you. It doesn't have to be your favourite t-shirt or whatever. It can be a smell or a time of day or something like that, you know. And this song's about taking that back. Take my eyes, we can roll them together, put on the disguise, but don't take long, honey, don't take long, 'cause I'm buried in the ground, and you're buried in my song, like a jet black night, yeah, bloodshot red, like a light through my window, like a bullet to my head. Oh, and I've had my fill of whiskey and wine. You can call it what you wanna, I'ma call it mine. Cut out my tongue, cut out my tongue. Yeah, dead man in the desert, roadkill in the sun. Hear what I said, oh, hear what I said. When it's cold as a reaper's touching south to lay my head. Like a jet black night, yeah, bloodshot red. Like a light through my window, like a bullet to my head. Oh, and I've had my fill of whiskey and wine. You can call it what you wanna, I'ma call it mine. It's always up and down, left and right. Well, it'll bite you if you let go of it. Better hold on tight. And you can fight it in the morning, you can fight it at night. Well, you can fight it all afternoon if it makes you feel alright. Like a jet black night, yeah, bloodshot red. Like a light through my window, like a bullet to my head. Oh, and I've had my fill of whiskey and wine. You can call it what you wanna, I'ma call it mine. like a jet black night. Yeah, bloodshot red, like a light through my window, like a bullet to my head. Oh, and I've had my fill of whiskey and wine. You can call it what you wanna, I'ma call it mine. There you go. Thank you. Nani, can I get a little bit more guitar in the fold back, please, brother? Thank you. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to cheer it up a little bit. This is a song that I wrote for my son. We travelled Australia for the first 5 years of his life before we pulled up for school. And I used to sing this song to him to go to sleep at night time in the van. A little bit slower than this, but. And then we moved into a house, and I got a piano from one of my mates, and put that in his room, and then I'd play that for him, send him to sleep with this song as well. But it's called Don't Let It All Go to Waste. Well, go to sleep now, rest your head. Well, ain't nothing but the darkness lying underneath your bed. And oh, don't let it all go to waste. Well, the city streets will get you if you don't watch your back, and the bush will kill you quick if you don't stick to them dirt tracks. And oh, don't let it all go to waste. And oh, son, don't waste your goddamn time. Don't wish away your life and get caught slaving for a dime. And oh, don't let it all go to waste. I got lost between Jimmybay and Grenfell, but I found myself. But I ain't paid my tolls yet, pennies dipped in gold to keep back the hounds of hell. And oh, don't let it all go to waste. Well, go to sleep now, rest your head. Well, ain't nothing but the darkness lying underneath your bed. And oh, don't let it all go to waste. There you go. Thank you. I was I travelled Australia a lot. I was talking earlier about me and my boy travelling around. I was on the road for about 10 years. Before I started music, I was on the road. I was only started playing guitar and singing about 2015, I'd say. But I was in Brisbane, and I was going out with this violinist lady, and we were doing gigs around the place. We ended up doing some shows in the snow in Thredbo, and we ended up splitting up there. I don't know if it was cabin fever or what it was, but we split up, and I took off down south and started to head back towards Adelaide, and realised that she'd stolen me doona out of my van. And it was winter time, and I'm driving down. I'm down near Bathurst Way, trying to figure out how I'm going to make money because this Canadian company that owns all the snowfields hadn't paid up. And I'm driving along, and I'm looking out the window, and I saw this big billboard up on the side of the road. It said "Gold in the Hills" with a big arrow on it, pointing up in there. So I thought, you know what, I've got nothing better to do. I'm driving around in circles at the moment. Might as well go find some gold in the hills. So I didn't have much money. I had 3/4 of a tank of fuel and I had $10-20 on me. And I went to the hardware shop and bought this $10 gold pan, or $8 or $10 gold pans, like a little breakfast bowl about that big, a plastic one, and with a picture on the bottom of it of this fellow leaning up against a giant golden nugget. And I thought it looked pretty lucky. So and then I walked around town like an absolute tourist with the sticker still on it, asking people where I could find gold, like they were going to tell me their secret spots. And I was lucky enough to run into this old bloke sitting out the front of the takeaway shop, sitting there with his dog. And he said, go to a place called Safala. And he said, go into Safala and there's a pub. Go past the pub, there's a dirt road that goes down the creek. And he said, follow that dirt road, follow the creek until you come to this real tight bend. And there's a big old tree on the corner of this creek. And he drew this little, sort of like a mud map on the back of his receipt for me. So I took his word and went down there and found the creek and found the tree, and all the roots had been washed away because the snow melt had come through and washed all the dirt out. And I started digging at the roots of this tree, and never gold pan before, but I just copied what I'd seen on TV and YouTube and that. And found a couple of bucks worth of gold in the first pan, and thought that's all right. Second pan, found about the same amount, so I had about $4 or $5 worth of gold. And it doesn't sound like much, but if you can do that 100 times a day or more, you're doing pretty good. So I kept going and going and going and going in the third pan, and found a little bit more, and then I got full-blown gold fever. And I had dreams of coming back to Adelaide with pockets full of nuggets with my face punched into them and use them as legal tender around town. Gold fever's real. And so I've been there about a week in the car wearing 3 pairs of track pants because I haven't got a doona. And I hadn't found another speck of gold, and I had this fucking pile of dirt next to me, about a ton of it, about the size of a trailer load. So I sat on the top of that pile and wrote this song. Hasn't really got much to do with that story, but it was just where I wrote it. Well, I was camped out on the ocean shore, lit by flickering flame, with a heart full of desire, but stifled by the pain. And I sung a song of reverence on a string spun from gold, and all the lessons learned and stories gone untold. Well, lightning hit the bluff, and the trees swung side to side, and the wind came from the north, and it took with it my pride. And here it comes, boy, here it comes, face lit up by the moonlight, as we chase after the sun. Well, I was camped out on the ocean shore, lit by flicker and flame, with a heart full of desire, be stifled by the pain. And I sung a song of reverence on a string spun from gold, and all the lessons learned and stories gone untold. And here it comes, boy, here it comes, face lit up by the moonlight as we chase after the sun. Thank you. It's a little bit of a false single release, this one. I haven't recorded the song yet. But I thought it would come out. I had another show organised or putting together for this, and it didn't come together in time, so I thought I'd show you a new song that I've been working on. Hopefully get it done by early next year. I haven't really got a name for it either, so that's why I called it Purgatory, because it's kind of like just floating around doing fucking whatever it wants to do. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Well, here I go again, lying to myself. I'm going clean up through the weekdays and take care of my health. And I don't get it, is it truth or my conceit? Am I a good man in my morals, just trying to get back on his feet? Golden summer, golden sand, running drugs from Brisbane City, far north as we can. And I'm high as a mountaintop, low as hell, fighting round for round, man, waiting on that bell. Sleep for days, I could sleep for days. No rest for the wicked, but I'll change my wicked ways. And I don't get it, is it truth or my conceit? Am I a good man in my morals, just trying to get back on his feet? Well, here I go again, lying to myself. I'm gonna clean up through the weekdays. I take care of my health. And I don't get it. Is it truth or my conceit? Am I a good man in my morals? Just trying to get back on his feet. All right, thank you. Alrighty, this song here is a song I wrote when I was on my way to play a festival up in North Queensland, far north Queensland, Atherton Tablelands, beautiful place up there in Lenny Cairns. And I played a gig in Adelaide on the Thursday night, and I had to be there in the Tablelands by the Saturday night. So I kind of had this bright idea that I'd leave after the show and start working my way over to Broken Hill and go east and up. But in my haste and in my stupor, I ended up trying to take a shortcut from Broken Hill going north. And the roads looked all right on the GPS, but the road ended up being the one that goes up through the dog fence and out towards Inamenka. So it's not really I was driving a Commodore station wagon as well, like 2003. And it's more of a 4-drive track if anybody's been up that way. I had to build little bridges over these dry creek beds with rocks and dodge bowling ball size boulders all over the road. But I just kept going and going and going and drove through the night and drove through the day and made it up there on the Saturday all the way to Cairns and played that show. And I think I sold that car about 6 years later, and I went to show the guy. I turned it on, the air conditioner was on, and this little fucking puff of dust came out of the air conditioner. Anyway, the things we do. And I sat down near the dog fence. It was about 40 odd degrees, and had a cigarette in the back of the car, and then with the boot open and stuff, and just looking out over the red plains. And so if you can imagine that, sitting out there with the flies, and beautiful place out there. I love being out there, but if you just imagine sitting out there in the desert when this song's going. Well, come with me, darling. Come run away there's so many dirt roads we could take. And I can hear them coming through that old rusty gate, picking dust up along the way. And we could sail across the ocean on a boat made of regret, find a lonely beach just drifting with the tide. And I know we've got to get there, but I don't know how to swim. And the birds, they start to circle in the sky. Well, come with me, darling, come run away, where there's so many dirt roads we could take. And I can hear them coming through that old rusty gate, picking dust up along the way. And we could sail across the ocean on a boat made of regrets, find a lonely beach just drifting with the tide. And I know we've got to get there, but I don't know how to swim. The birds, they start to circle in the sky. Yeah, we could sail across the ocean on a boat made of regrets, find a lonely beach just drifting with the tide. And I know we've got to get there, but I don't know how to swim. The birds, they start to circle in the sky. Thank you. It's called Take Some Weight. I wrote this song after being over in KI when the fires were on and helping out and shoving koalas into the back of utes and stuff. And just noticing how everybody was helping each other out, and some conversations that I heard over there at the time inspired this song called Take Some Weight, about taking weight off each other's shoulders. Well, how much do you want it? How much do you want it, baby? There's been so many reasons to stay here, so many reasons to go away. And I've got burns in my cupboard, ghosts laying under my bed. Go lay my head in the gutter, to be a dog or better off dead. Let me take some weight. I know you feel heavy, let me take some weight. I know you feel heavy, and I'm just sitting in a hallway, killing my time, with a black dog sitting in the doorway. Don't know his name, but he's a friend of mine. She said, I know how you feel, babe. I could tell the way you drag your feet, and it floods out of your eyes and out into the street. Let me take some weight. I know you feel heavy. Let me take some weight. I know you feel heavy. Well, how much do you want it? How much do you want it, babe? There's been so many reasons to stay here, there's so many reasons to go away, and I've got bones in my cupboard, ghost laying under my bed. I'm gonna lay my head in the gutter to be a dog or better off dead. Let me take some weight. I know you feel heavy. Let me take some weight. I know you feel heavy. Let me take some weight. I know you feel heavy. Let me take some weight. I know you feel heavy. Let me take some weight. I know you feel heavy. Let me take some weight. I know you feel heavy. Thank you. Oh, thanks for the beer. This was a song that was inspired by a time I was staying down near Lawn by this riverbank for a bit, and there was a fella down there. He was there when I got there, and he stayed when I left. He'd been there for a long time, and there's a sad story of that, but I'll leave that for another time. As I was driving off, we became pretty good mates sitting around the campfire, you know, and talking shit. And, as I was driving off, he ran up and sort of knocked on my window and stuck his hand in, and I thought I'd left my key card or something important behind. But he opened his hand up, a big handful of magic mushrooms for me, which is pretty good. I was pretty thankful for that because I was out of them, and they don't grow down there in summer. So I thanked him and drove off, and I was supposed to go see a couple of mates in Melbourne. I was going to see a couple of mates in Melbourne, and I left a little bit late, and I got to near Geelong by late afternoon, and I sort of get sidetracked pretty easy, and I ended up at this sort of like tip shop, junk shop sort of thing off the highway a little bit. I can't remember where it is. Just this side of Geelong. And I was rifling through this table full of old photos and maps and all that sort of old books and stuff. I enjoy looking through that stuff. And I found this old map book. I remember them from when I was a young kid, with the each state road map in each slip, and the brown vinyl with gold writing and gold corners on them. So I thought to myself, I'll follow this thing. I pulled out Victoria to have a look, and I thought I'd follow it around just to have a bit of look around and see if it was similar, or if the roads had changed or something. And out the back of this map fell another little section that wasn't in that book. It was from something else, and it was this area north of Geelong. And it was this area north of Geelong up in the farmland where the little creek runs through up there. There was a bridge and all these roads out into the paddocks, and it looked like there was a spot I could go fishing down the back. It was getting quite late in the day. So I followed this map up north. Have you ever been north of Geelong, up through there? There's lots of farmland and not much else, but nice rolling hills and lots of fences built between the time that map was made when I got it. So I got pretty lost out there in the paddocks and got a bit frustrated. So I pulled over and opened my roll door and drank a box of lumber and had a handful of mushrooms. So I entertained myself a little bit and had a bit of a party in the paddock and passed out at some stage and woke up in the morning and I was looking up through these shrubs and laying in the dirt, quite comfortable. And the stars were out a little bit still and someone's just poking its head up and Maggie's singing. And I stood up to find out where I was and I'd woken up in the middle of this farmer's artichoke paddock. I couldn't see my van at all. It was somewhere else. It took me a while to find it, but I did find it eventually, and I wrote this song called On My Way because I'm pretty well known for saying I'm on my way and then taking 3 days and coming up with some elaborate story about fighting fucking dragons or something. And also wrote it just to remind myself it's okay to wake up in an artichoke paddock every now and then. Well, I was walking through the desert, gun in my hand. I've been walking for days. I got a frog in my throat, I think he's here to stay. But I'm on my way. And I'm on my way. Well, I'm on my way. Well, I was walking through the jungle with a snake around my neck, 3 gold tops and a bottle of gin, and I whispered no regrets. Well, he didn't bite me, he just swung around to speak. He said, "You've been there for a while, boy," and then licked me on my cheek. Well, I'm on my way. Well, I'm on my way. Well, I was crawling through the city, barefoot and broke, filthy streets and strangers, only one of them spoke. I met a man sitting with the blues. He said, "Roll me a cigarette and I'll give you my shoes." Well, I'm on my way. Well, I'm on my way. And there's one little part of the story that I'd only leave this at the end just to make it awkward. When I woke up, I was still sort of in my own little world, and In my head, in my eyelids, I could see this little snake going through the paddock, and he was sort of like jaggedy rainbows. And this is what he sounded like going through the paddock, through the artichokes. Yo. Thank you. This guitar doesn't like... where I've got the cover, I think. What to play now? Play a couple more for you. I play a few different versions of this song. It's the first song I wrote. And I've done it with the whole... I did street performing for a few years. Travelled in Australia and I used to do it with the whole guitar and harmonica and vocals and legs going like an octopus. But I prefer to do it pretty simple the way that I wrote it now. And I wrote it when I was driving trucks in a mine site underground and losing my mind under there, driving in circles in this machine, and everybody else was doing it as well, sort of driving in circles and losing their mind. So I sort of started to bring a harmonica underground in my top pocket and on the radio over this channel called Simplex. It's a line of sight channel, which means if you can see someone, you can hear them, and then it sort of fades away. So the bosses can't hear, really. And I used to get on there and do mostly Peter Andre covers, a couple of Spice Girls ones, you know, every now and then. But this was a song that I wrote, and the boys liked this one. They used to get me to sing it a bit down there. Try and make them forget all the stuff and get through everything. It's called The Devil. It's not really about the devil per se so much. I'm not really that way inclined. It's just more about thoughts that you go through when you're on your own for long periods of time. I said, oh, no, no. He said, come on, just give in. Well, the devil came down just for me, but I'm gonna ruin his plan. Well, the devil came down the river. He said, come on, just give in. Well, there ain't no way I'm gonna near that border. Drag me down so I can't swim. I said, oh, no, no. He said, come on, just give in. Well, the devil came down just for me, but I'm gonna ruin his plan. Well, he sailed across the ocean just to come and shake my hand. There ain't no way I'm gonna need that boat. Stand right here and draw a line. I said, oh, no, no. He said, come on, just give in. Well, the devil came down just for me, but I'm gonna ruin his plan. Well, he dragged me up the country. He said, I'm gonna clip your wings. So I wrapped the guitar string around his neck. He said, now you're the birdie you sing. I said, oh, no, no. He said, come on, just give in. Well, the devil came down just for me, but I'm gonna ruin his plan. So I dragged that big old devil up under the pines. Well, I dropped him down a big dark hole, with the rock on his head just to clear my mind. Said, oh, no, no. He said, come on, just give in. Well, the devil came down just for me, but I went and ruined his plan. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, you better call it one more song, I think. We got to cut it out. Cut out the fucking racket. Thanks for coming along tonight, everyone. Data and Aaron, it was amazing seeing you guys play. I've known these guys for a while. We've been doing circuits around Adelaide for a bunch, and they're really inspiring. And thanks for all you guys. It's not easy as a musician these days, and people don't come out as much, which hurts the venue and it hurts the musicians as well. So I really appreciate everybody that's come out and to listen and be involved in music around Adelaide. It's very important. This song I wrote in COVID. I hate saying that fucking word because as soon as you say it, there's like this weird feeling you get about it. But anyway, I wrote this song. This is it's a song about getting out of town and getting away because I couldn't do that much, and that was primarily what I did for many years, was travel around and see friends and family and new places. And we were just talking about singing songs to cattle earlier, and that was one of my favourite things to do, was walk around with this in the morning with me stupid nightgown on and walk into the paddock with the cows and start playing harmonica to them with a coffee in my hand. I got stuck once in the middle of this big group of cattle, and I heard a snort and a hoof and turned around, there was a big bull. I was like, he was drooling at me too. I said, Mum, I'm no interested in you women. I'm just trying to play harmonica and have me coffee, and I ended up a tree for about 20 minutes. Anyway, I wrote this song called Till I'm Feeling Well. My normal line is it's number one hit song in Bulgaria, but it's very untrue. Anyway, here it is. Thanks for listening. Don't wanna get out of bed today, my head's heavier than hell. Life shining through my bedroom window, fuck off until I'm feeling well. I'm gonna fuck off until I'm feeling well. Drank a bit too much this week, blacking out in Adelaide streets. I'm gonna fuck off until I'm feeling well. I'm gonna fuck off until I'm feeling well. harmonicas the wrong way around. Give me a second. Awkward. I'm gonna take my bus down to Melbourne town. Couple laps around Fitzroy and Sears around. I'm gonna fuck off until I'm feeling well. I'm gonna fuck off until I'm feeling well. I'm gonna take the bus up to Brisbane town. Head north along the old Bruce Highway. I'm gonna fuck off until I'm feeling well. I'm gonna fuck off until I'm feeling well. Till I'm feeling well. Don't wanna get out of bed today. My head's heavier than hell. Light shining through my bedroom window. Fuck off until I'm feeling well. I'm gonna fuck off until I'm feeling well. Till I'm feeling well. There you go. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your week. And thanks for coming along.